Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Facebook, welcome Instagram, welcome YouTube. I want everybody to understand something. You know, when we go to plan something, we were supposed to be here at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Well, guess what? We had troubles getting on Facebook. But look at, welcome to Friday's coronavirus update. I will be updating and supporting you and your family every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because it's about taking massive personal action and not having a reaction. Now, I'm going to be updating you, and yes, I will be talking about products. You know, find the products wherever you want. Make sure they're good. Mine is to give you the information. Where you buy them from is up to you. And the reality is, the most important thing I want to be here for is for emotional support and let you understand something, that your emotions are everything, and you may not believe that. And you know, people only get sick because they have a sick mind first and foremost before they have a sick body. So if you've got sick beliefs, meaning that you're powerless, okay, and that you have no immune system to fight this, then you're toast. And you are toast. You're going to get burnt because that's called inflammation in your body. And you may not know this, but every time you stress out, every time you freak out, you're dumping adrenaline and cortisol. I want you to picture this. When there's a raging fire in the house, what happens? Well, it burns up everything, doesn't it? Like to charcoal, to a crisp. It gets rid of the moisture. It gets rid of the life force out of everything. So what are you getting rid of every time you watch the news and you freak out instead of saying, okay, here's the problem. How do I take positive action? And understand something. You can believe me or not believe me, but this is what Big Pharma does. This is what our so-called healthcare system does. And please don't get me wrong. I won't say all of the government, but there are certain places in our government that create a problem and then come to your rescue to show you their value and that you have no value. How do you feel? Do you have value? Do you feel like you have an immune system? I know I'm way bigger than this virus or any other virus. And you have to understand, where your mind goes, your body follows, okay? So as we go through this little journey here, this is not about fear-mongering to get you buy product and do things, because guess what? If you were honoring, respecting, and protecting and loving your body, you would be doing most of these things anyways, because the further that you leave Mother Nature and go towards mankind's rules and technology, the less you're going to have your health anyways. So if you want to play around with new technology, if you want to end up taking prescription drugs, and if you want to eat processed foods, then what are you going to do to detoxify that? What are you going to do? You know what? Your body's like a visa. And if you keep just spending your immune system without replacing it, they're going to, just like they would cut your card, they're going to cut your body up into pieces. And that would be the virus, the bacteria, or anything else, because that's where we're going to end up. So before we go any further, if you have any questions, please put them below, and we will address them. We'll address them on Monday's Q&A or next Friday's Bulletproof Your Immunity Update, because I'm going to be doing these every week, because I understand the importance about just bulletproofing, letting people know what is new, what we can do with each week. And it's not about panic. It's about having wisdom, about information that's going to empower you, and you go, yeah, I got this. You know what? I got this. I got this. That's the old me. I got this. So, okay. So remember this, okay? It's all about you. It's not about anybody else. It's about self-care. It's about not healthcare. It's about self-love. It's not, bring your vibration up. So before we start, let me give you loving step number 1. Practicing the lion heart breathing throughout the day will help you stay connected to the present moment where all your power is. Did you get what I just said? Do not give your power away to future anxiety. Be here right now. Become the light that guides your family through this panic event, okay? So understand, what we want to do is this, okay? So for those of you who have a structured water unit, which I'll be talking about the water. And guess what? You're not going to run out of water. You don't go buy bottled water. You can run tap water or go to a fresh running stream and use structured water, and it will protect you against anything that's in the water. Go figure. Our ancestors knew that. They knew that the rain that was falling down, even though it might have bacteria or viruses or chemicals in it, they knew that it was structured, so the physical didn't have to leave, but the frequency was everything. So fast-moving rivers, waterfalls, rain, this is all structured. Why do you think the birds, the bees, the flowers, and the trees aren't being damaged by the rain, even though it's acidic right now, even though it has heavy metals in it right now? I go around the world and I put this under any tap. As long as the water's not yellow or brown, I'm going to drink it. And you're going to think, well, he doesn't know what he's doing. Well, I do know what I'm doing, because I understand that frequency comes before physical purification. But you can get purified water, but structure it. So here, back to the breathing. So if we do the lion heart breathing, watch. We're going to breathe 6 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Now, if you were really stressed out, you'd want to do it through your nose. Why would you do it through your nose? Your breathing always should be done through your nose, not your mouth. Your mouth is for eating, your nose is for breathing. And when you breathe, it actually structures the air. But if you do it through using your structure unit, you're going to superstructure it, which is going to cause you to go right into brain alignment, emotional alignment, back into your parasympathetic so fast it'll make your head spin. It's called structured breathing. Okay? It's real. All right? So we're going to go 6 seconds in, and then we're going to go 7 seconds out. And if you were to put your hand on your heart and your other hand, your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your tummy, when you do this breathing in and out, I don't care. Do not react. Whenever you feel like you're going to have anxiety, do that breathing, and it's going to bring you right down to calm. Look, at the last time that you made a decision when you were in a panic mode, you broke something, or you had to go clean up a mess physically or emotionally, didn't you? You blew your cork on your family or on a friend, or you smashed into something, or you smashed something. So here we go. Let me tell you something. Media wants you to freak out. Don't do it. Don't do it. The media works for the 6 corporations that are pharmaceutical corporations and the food industry. How do you like that? Okay, loving step number 2. Order your Brave Heart love bands. Okay, or get yourself a hair band and put it around your wrist. Please do not think of this as stupid, because your mind creates your reality. So let's create a Braveheart personality. Okay, so you know what? This is a Braveheart love band, life band. So this is as snug as a hug, because you know what? I need you to love yourself. Anything that you truly love, you will protect and respect and honor, won't you? People that do not love themselves will drink alcohol when they know it's when they know it's bad for them, to the point they'll have a hangover. And a hangover means that you just poisoned your liver and your bloodstream. People that do not love themselves will eat ice cream every night. People that do not love themselves will drink wine every night, and they won't even think about it being organic, or they'll go through a drive-through all the time. We need to start having higher vibrational thoughts. 3, 2, 1, I got this. 3, 2, 1, that's the old me. 3, 2, 1, I deserve better. So this is as snug as a hug, and every time I do this, this is me kissing myself. You can laugh if you want, but this is going to save your life. And you better get these on your children too, these love bands, okay? And you can order them. They're inexpensive. We'll sell you as many as you want. But if you don't have one, then get, what did I say? Then get a hair band. Get an elastic band. But you better make sure you do this, because when I do this, look at, I have senses to see, I feel, and I can hear. There's 3 senses going on that telling me there's a new sheriff in town called I will love, honor, and respect myself for the first time in my life. And if you believe that you really do love, honor, and respect yourself, then you shouldn't have a disease. Then you shouldn't be panicking anymore. There should be no crisis bigger than you. And that's the reality right there. Loving step number 3. When's the last time that you actually looked in a mirror eye to eye and you look deep into your eyes, okay, and you said something like this: today, from this moment on, I will protect, honor, respect myself first and foremost so that I may become a mirror of bravery for my family. What if you were to do that first thing you woke up in the morning and you started off as a Braveheart hero instead of a victim? What if you did that the last thing before you went to bed at night? And then when you did go to bed at night, you did the lion heart breathing. You put your hand on your heart, your other hand on your abdomen, and you went into a prayer mode, and you just were so grateful for everything. And grateful for what? For the coronavirus. So that it would alert you that you haven't been taking care of yourself, because anyone that is actually healthy never has to worry about this virus. And that's the God's truth. Okay? So what if you actually did that? What if you actually did that 10 times in the morning, first thing, and 10 times at night? Did you know that it's called the hour of power? The first hour in the morning is going to set the pace for the day. And the last hour of the evening is going to set the pace for your sleeping and your resting and your repairing. Now, do you go to bed calm? Do you even know how to do that? And you know, the sleep apnea and people with all these machines to help them sleep, this is all fear. This is all inflammation. We're an inflammation nation, so on an emotional and physical level. So do the mirror work and don't be shy. Say it out loud. When your family thinks you're crazy and they see you start to change, why can't you be brave enough to put a line in the sand and say, I'm going to be the leader for my family, and just do this? Loving step number 4. Embrace the perfect day diet and realize that cleansing on an emotional and physical level is your priority. So please email me at quickstart@docofdetox.com, and I'll send you the 7 loving, most powerful steps that you can do. Watch the videos. Start taking an interest in taking your power back, unleashing the practitioner from within. Okay? You know, the funny thing is, if you were taught how to protect, respect, and honor the physical and emotional, your emotional body, you would not be part of this pandemic panic. And I'm telling you that right now. So it's official, everyone. Canada and the United States are currently in the process of shutting down all major events. Business and life as we know it will be turned upside down, okay, for the time being, because the majority of the population has been programmed to only react and not take personal massive action. Hey, you wait until you see what's going on here. You know what? They're going to have so many people so freaked out and scared that they're going to come up with this vaccination that's never been tested, never been proven, and they're going to give everybody this vaccination. I don't even want to go into what's going to happen after you do get it. I'm not telling you not to get it, but I'm telling you that God created you, and the greatest vaccination that you'll ever do is honoring, loving, and respecting yourself every day, and embracing your Creator and loving Mother Nature as she loves you. Okay, so understand something. They want you to go into a fight, flight, fright. Why? So that you will react, okay? And when you react, you contract. When you contract, you shut your cells down. Did you know when you contract, you shut your immune system down? Oh, isn't that great? Holy crap. I bet you didn't know that, right? Every time you panic, every time you freak out, every time you start talking about how bad it's going to be, the end of the world's coming, you are contracting, shutting down your immune system. You're also dumping adrenaline and cortisol into your body and causing your pH to drop, which says, hey, virus, come on in. This is the perfect environment for you, because as Louis Pasteur said, that the bug is nothing. The terrain is everything. So what's your inner terrain like? And what's your outer environment like? Is your home a health zone, a love zone? Are you taking the time to hug everyone, to love everyone, to connect to your breath? Understand something. First, we have an emotional block because of sick beliefs, and then we get a physical block, and that physical block stops our blood, stops our lymph, because we've contracted, and we shut our cells down. And then your cells, they start to thicken on the outside. Did you know that? This is true. And then they don't allow proper cellular respiration. So what are you doing? What are you doing right now? How do you feel right now? Do you have this? Do you got this? I hope so. To add To add to this, all major sporting events have been suspended indefinitely in the United States. The state of Ohio has just announced all schools are closed for the remainder of the month. And trust me, this is just the beginning of this panic pandemic. But realize this, the EMF that is in our schools is enough to make your child sick without the coronavirus scare. When you add these two together, you have what I'd like to call the deadly duel. So whether you want to believe this or not, you ain't seen nothing yet. Every place where we have found, almost every place where we have found that people are getting sick from the coronavirus, they have 5G. Did you get that? They have 5G. So understand something, the coronavirus will not have the potential if you have immunity on an emotional and physical level, and if you're not in the realm of 5G. You think the coronavirus is the battle? Guess what? We haven't even got there yet, friends. Get your Braveheart on, because the big battle will be pushing back on 5G. So, and due to this herd mentality, more states will follow along with all of this. California is banning all public events of 250 plus people, which is causing even Disneyland to shut down its doors starting this Saturday. Okay, this is only the 4th time ever this has ever happened. Understand this. If we just knew how to create the perfect day on a physical and emotional level, there is no microorganism that can take us down. Remember something. The true miracle is your body when you learn to honor and respect it. We understand that the COVID-19 outbreak is really scary and is overwhelming for most people. This is why we are going to give you an update every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time until we return to normal here. These updates are to help you find peace and calm, and to provide strategies that will keep your family safe. Understand something. You need to become your safety. You need to feel at peace no matter what goes on. No matter what is going on out there, let's find it in here, okay? Okay, so here we go. Topics that we will be discussing each week are why your immune system is your best defense against the virus. That's the truth. The risk from the coronavirus. Should you cancel activities and wear a mask? We'll talk about that. How to bulletproof your immune system to protect against viruses. Okay, and preventive measures for kids. What are the best ways to keep the virus from your children? Also, preventative measures for adults. Why vaccines don't adequately protect you against the virus. And action steps to stay healthy. So the number one step, okay, is what? Don't panic, but take massive personal action and be strong for your family. And when I say be strong for your family, I'm not talking about suppress all the stress inside and then go around with a smile, because everybody can still smell the fear. You need to get this. You know what? You've been programmed to fall apart. You've been programmed to freak out. You've been programmed to take drugs, whether they be street or prescription. You've been programmed to get surgeries. You've been programmed to just bring in all this toxic food into the house. Well, come on. I've said it a million times. 92% of the population wouldn't have an autoimmune disease if you weren't programmed to attack yourself. So let's talk about the coronavirus. It stands for crown. Okay? This virus has spikes on it that will help it to attach to your cells, but it needs lung tissue to replicate. And this is what we're going to get into, okay? So we don't want to do hands to face if possible, okay? No need for fear or panic. Just be logical. This is a good time to get rid of what? Bad habits like vaping, smoking, toking, and inflammatory foods and inflammatory moods. How moody are you? Okay? How many people run mood programs, run pain body programs? Think about stocking up on non-perishable foods, just like things like beans, lentils, and rice. And you know why? Because everybody's going crazy out there. And you know what? Just make sure you have some food on hand. All right. And the other thing is this. You know what? Also toilet paper. Okay. Look at. So anyways, do you understand that we've got like 2 to 3 families or couples coming here every week for personal treatment and training to learn everything that we're talking about here and learning how to do our Wolfe Non-Surgical. And we're going, oh my gosh, everybody else is panicking. We're staying cool. But guess what? They've probably stolen all the toilet paper from all the stores. Anyways, we went to West Kelowna and Kelowna, couldn't find any toilet paper. And meanwhile, I can't be running out of toilet paper when we're a detox clinic and I've got everybody dumping their load at least 3 times a day. I mean, it's called wipe and repeat, right? And we've got a bush across the street, but it's all pine trees, so they're not going to be using needles to wipe. So the reality is now I've got people out there trying to find toilet paper because, well, but they're calm. And we'll see how much we bring back, right? There's the adventure. To go find toilet paper. Who would have ever thought, you know what, if I could have just bought some toilet paper stock like last week, I could probably retire. There you go. Anyways, and look at getting what? Guys, I don't know why people don't. You know, they talk about Kangen water unit, filter units, all that's okay. You can have all that stuff. But a structured water unit, I could go into any river, okay, not any river, but pretty well. I mean, not something where they're dumping radiation in, but I can go to any river, lake, stream, rainwater. I can go under any tap, long as the water is not yellow or brown. And I do. I travel all over the world, and I just run tap water right through this. Most people don't understand. They think I'm cuckoo. But the reality is that structured water is more important than electron charged, hydrogen, alkaline, distilled, reverse osmosis. But you can still get purified water, but you need to structure it because structuring protects you from all negative microorganisms and EMF. And I can prove all that. It's in my website. It's on my videos. I interview some of the best people in the world about this. Okay? Okay. All right, let's keep moving. Next thing is the washing your hands movement is good, but for most, I won't be using antibacterial soap. You do whatever you want. I'm not telling you not to do it. I will be using what? I'm going to show you right now. I will be using my silver gel. Would you please grab it? Oh, it's right here. There's my silver gel. Did you know that this is 20 times stronger than the spray? And if you keep this with you, you need to do silver gel. You can put it in your nose, okay? You can put it in your ears. You can rub it on your face to protect your face. You can put it on your throat, and you can put it on your hands continually. This is the product I'd be using because do your own homework. You don't have to believe me, but when you use antibacterial soap, it's the same thing as using antibiotics. It's not effective. Antibiotics have become not effective. At one time, they were life-saving. We have caused so much trouble with antibacterial soap. And when you use antibacterial soap, you're killing the good bacteria on your skin. When I'm using the silver bullet gel, I'm only neutralizing all the negative microbes. And guess what I'm doing? I'm actually reinforcing the good microbes that are on my skin. You need to know that. I'd be ordering a lot of this, okay? This is the most powerful silver gel I know on the market. All right? Okay. So the next thing, things that I do to bulletproof my immunity. Okay. I use silver bullet spray, and I'll tell you something. I do it a lot throughout the day. Okay. This is silver bullet spray. Okay. All right. And I can even do it in my ears. I can do it up my sinuses if I want. Okay. But I usually would use the silver bullet gel. And guess what? I carry it with me, and guess what I do? On the doorknob. What else do I do? On my phone. When I went on the plane, you know what I did? My whole tray, I sprayed down my whole tray. Right? I sprayed down my phone. Okay? And guess what? When I was at the hotel, I had to use their computer. I sprayed down the actual, the keypad. So you can spray down a knob if you want. Okay? So you can buy this. Okay, we sell this in 2 gallon containers, 2-gallon containers. Okay, it's the cheapest way to go. All right, so you can get it in a spray pump, you can get it in a 1 quart, or you can get it in a 2-gallon container. All right, so it's just spray. It's not a big deal. Spray. That's it. Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, so fulvic eye drops. Well, why would we use these? Well, I'll tell you why. The fulvic eye drops help to bring down the acidity in your eye tissue, and it also grabs any type of chemical, okay, and it pulls away. These are the only fulvic eye drops that I know in the world, okay? This is a nano fulvic. So you can put this, okay, everybody, did you know that when you wear contacts that you have a better chance of having the virus stick to the contact? You can use the silver spray and you can use the fulvic eye drops right on top of your contacts. It'll never damage your contacts. So I want you to think about that, okay? Then what you can do, and just know this, that we've done this for all our family, okay? Can somebody bring me the other one, the nebulizer, so I can show it? All right. Okay. So anyways, what we do, they're going to bring it in a minute, okay? Things were a little hectic this morning. So we have a nebulizer. It's inexpensive. So what you do is you can put, okay, 1/6 of a teaspoon, first of the silver bullet. Why would you do that? Well, we're going to put 1/6 of a teaspoon into the nebulizer. You just press the button and it vaporizes. It causes it to become a vapor, a mist. So we do, you know something? That liquid is really good to take things in the body, but a vapor's better. So when you take the silver bullet and you breathe it in through your nose, it goes into your lungs. So it's disinfecting your lungs, creating an environment that microorganisms can't live in. Isn't that amazing? And the silver can actually get into what? Into your bloodstream through your lungs, so it's cleansing. And you can do it as often as you want. And if you do it once and you feel like, like you're going to cough, then we know that, guess what? We know that you've already got some kind of bad bacteria or viruses or something in there. So just start off easy and just do it every once in a while, and then you can do it more and you can do it more. You can do it for your children, do it for yourself. There's no negative side effects to this. How are we coming with that nebulizer? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to use the silver bullet liquid, and you can get a bigger container, like I said. And then, so now we've created an environment that stuff can't live in. Then we're going to use the fulvic, because fulvic carries nutrition. It'll carry up to 40 different nutrients into your cells, and then it'll load itself up with 3 times the weight of toxic waste, like acidity, from that area, and it'll carry it out of your body without any symptoms. Fulvic is the greatest chelator that was ever found on this planet. So just know that. Okay? So let's keep moving. We'll come back and I'll show you the nebulizer in a minute. So let's talk about immunity essential oil. So you've heard about the when we had the Black Plague on. Well, the Black Plague, there was some aromatherapy people that they were alchemists, and they actually made a formula in the Black Plague that they could actually put on their throat, that they would put on their throat, their chest, the bottom of their feet, and they'd even put it in their mouth, a couple of drops, swish it around, swallow, and then they'd go and they'd steal the jewelry off of people that were dying of the Black Plague. This is not a made-up story. So the original formula, we've taken that and we've enhanced it, and that's called our immunity. And you can do immunity, and you can do it on a continual basis. So you would do feet, chest, throat, okay? And you could even, if you wanted, you really felt you wanted to disinfect, a few drops, and you'd actually go like this with your hands. So you can put it anywhere on the body. You don't need to use any cutting oils. And we sell it, in a 4-ounce bottle. I mean, a 4-ounce bottle of this, it's $95. Do you know how inexpensive that is? All right. Let's keep moving. Okay, so let's go back a little bit, okay? So what you do is you open up the diffuser, you put just a little bit of silver in, you hit the button right here, and then when you take your finger off, it stops. And it's going to create this nice vapor. And you just take that in. There's no smell, there's no toxicity, and it's so powerful. All right? And anybody can do this. All right? So now that we've gotten over that. So now we talk, and the next thing is I want to show you something. Get yourself a diffuser. Okay, that's a diffuser. And this diffuser here, this comes from a company called Zija, but you can go a lot of places and get a diffuser. And with this one, you see how we've got the whole bottle filled with immunity? Okay, so you can use immunity in the air as well. We use this because immunity is the one that we found to be the best against viral conditions, all right? And it also smells really good too. So you've got those two benefits for you. Now, let's keep moving on. So you can really go crazy, not crazy, but don't be generous, be generous. Put it on the bottom of your feet, okay? Any place where you've got lymph node swelling, make sure you put it on your lymph nodes. Any place that if you got a sore throat, make sure you do it. If you feel really stressed out and tense, we have what's called Pain Away, but if you only have the immunity, put that on, you'll find it'll get in there and take away the inflammation. Remember something, the more inflammation you have, the less immune system you have. The more you stress yourself out, the less immune system you have. The more you eat processed foods, the more you eat sugar, the more you drink alcohol, the more you smoke, the more you toke, the more you vape, and the more that you freak out, the less immune system you're going to have. Okay, so now let's talk about something. Everybody's talking about have vitamin C on hand. Sure, have it. Great. I think it's wonderful. Okay, but there's nothing better than this. Let me tell you a story. This is called curcumin cayenne. Curcumin cayenne 5000 is our product. It's the best curcumin, the highest quality that we could find. And the cayenne is called an African cayenne. The curcumin comes from out of India, and it's the highest quality we could find and the highest concentration. Now, we do know that in India, they don't have a lot of refrigeration. So why is curcumin and cayenne known to be the best viral, bacterial, fungal, and increasing circulation in the body for your immune system? Well, it's been around for years. Whether you're talking about an inflammatory problem in the body to reduce it, or even as much as cancer, it's the product that's used the most around the world. So use vitamin C if you want, but this is my go-to, and this is, as far as I'm concerned, it's way more powerful than vitamin C. All right? Check it out yourself. Do your own homework. But with me, I'm doing 3 to 4 of these 3 times a day. And before this happened, I was doing three times a day, and I always do that. Because if you're doing curcumin cayenne 5000, a lot more than just a regular dosage, you don't need to take all these other supplements and nutrients. That's right. Because inflammation, you don't have inflammation, how would you have any disease going on in your body? Reducing inflammation is the only way you're going to heal yourself. And understand something. What do you think is the main thing that protects a virus in the of a bad virus or a bad bacteria? What do you think is the main thing that protects it in the human body? Don't believe me, do your research. It's inflammation. So you get rid of the inflammation, you're going to pull the pants down on this thing. If you get rid of the inflammation, then you're not going to have an environment that the virus or the bacteria or the fungus or the worm, because it becomes a parasite party if it does. And you don't want a parasite party in there. All right? Okay, let's keep moving. Okay, here we go. Go to PubMed and check out humic concentrate. This is humic acid concentrate. Go to PubMed, and that's a governmental site. Or you can go to our library and look in the humic fulvic guide, okay? And you're going to find in there that humic is known to be what? The most powerful thing against viruses. It will actually put a coating around the virus and lock it down and take it out. If you're taking humic every day and you've got it in your system, okay, because I will do like about 1 teaspoon 3 times a day of this right now, because I deal with a lot of people, and a lot of people that come to me aren't well. So the reality is that I don't need to panic, but if I'm out in the middle of the ocean, I'm going to wear a life jacket, okay? So I'll do like 1 teaspoon 3 times a day for myself of the humic, and understand what I said. If you're taking it and if a virus comes in, it's in lockdown. Now, if you're not taking it and then you end up getting the virus, you can stop it from spreading as soon as you start taking the humic. All right? And depending on how weak your immune system is or how sick somebody is would depend on how much you need to take right away to combat this. So I want to talk about Tummy Love, which has fulvic in it and humic. So this is used to build your good bacteria, and this is better than any bacterial product you're going to take. This goes in and builds mommy's bacteria, which is 85% of your immune system. So I will do 1 teaspoon of this 3 times a day, and I'll do 1 teaspoon of the humic 3 times a day. This is what I do. I'm not telling you to do it, okay? So just know that. So understand it. I'll also do 2 blender drinks a day. If you go to my Perfect Day Guide, you'll see I do 2 blender drinks a day, and they're just made out of organic fruit, berries, not fruit, but berries, because they're the highest in antioxidants, okay, and in vitamin C. And I'll do 2 of those a day, and then I'll mix 1 tablespoon, level tablespoon of black gold in there, because black gold is a humic fulvic powder that goes through and it cleans up my highway, my digestive tract, and then it creates a foundation for bacteria to feed off of when it gets to the large intestine. I'm not telling you to do all these things. I'm just letting you know these things. And guess what? The whole world is either constipated or has diarrhea, and diarrhea is caused from constipation. So understand something. If you looked after your large intestine, it would look after the rest of your body. I put this together with an alchemist herbalist, and I did this when we were about when I was 28 years old, 29, in around that way. So we've been selling this for over 30 years. This will clean every detoxification organ gently, but mainly your bowel and your liver, your kidneys and your lymph and your skin and your lungs. And it will do it on a daily basis. Why in the heck would you ever want to pile up your crap to feel crappy? Why wouldn't you just drink 1 glass of daily cleansing tea in the morning and at night every day for the rest of your life and not build up this toxic load? Because that's the only time you're going to freak out. You're either full of energy and you feel well, or you're going to feel like hell, aren't you? And then you're going to drive yourself crazy. So check this out. It's easy to make, tastes great, tastes like iced tea. There's no stimulants, no laxatives, and you can take it forever. It does not break down your bowel, so understand that. I do not deal in drugs where the more you take them, the more you need them. That's not the deal. Everything that I deal in is nature. It's like saying, oh, well, salads just don't work anymore health-wise. No, that's not true. We deal with products that are foods, concentrated foods from nature. Okay? Next thing. So take a look at the Ultimate Coffee Enema, because I'll tell you something. There's no better way to clean your liver. And you can see that in my Perfect Day Guide, or you can find that in Fasting for Perfect Health. And you better take a look at fasting. You better look at intermittent fasting or fasting 1 day a week, okay, doing advanced water fasting. And you can see that we use fulvic concentrate, ATP, enormous minerals, and we can fast for 1 day, or I have people that have fasted up to even over 80 days here at my clinic. That's right. Fasting will bring up your vibration and everything, but we start off with intermittent fasting, go to 1 day, go to 3 days, go to 6 days. I like to see a lot of my people go 12 to 18 days when they're in a situation, but you have to learn how to crawl before you run. And that's what we're here to do, is to help guide you if that's what you'd like. Now, let's keep going. No sugar, no flour, no dairy. Get rid of bad habits. And make your home into a love zone, a health zone. No more junk foods come in, no matter who lives there. And guess what? Everybody eats good. You want to eat in this home, you eat good. You don't want to eat good in this home, go out and eat. But don't bring it home. You want to, okay? All right, especially if you've got young children and teenagers, don't let them bring that crap in. And listen, women, you hold the line, because your men will want their beer, their taco chips, okay? And they'll want that food, because I don't know what's wrong with men today. They've got blinders on. They're so stubborn, they're actually stupid. I deal with this every day. I'll have a woman call up and she'll be saying, you know what? I just wish I could get my husband on board. And she'll go, you know what? He's never been into health. He's an alcoholic, or da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I don't want to leave him. I go, well, you're probably never ever going to really know true health. The reality is it's really hard to have someone as your main support, and they're not your main support. I won't get into that right now. Okay, so next thing is EMF protection. This is the biggest thing you can do. And if you don't like it, send it back. Okay, just like they can make frequencies like blue light and 5G and Wi-Fi and telephones and computers and everything else that comes off of them. If you can make bad frequencies, why can't you make good ones? Why do we think it's only the bad? So anyways, okay, there's a show coming on, and you can go watch it now, one that I did before with him, Peter Webb, and you can go to my my energy medicine guide in my library, and you can watch a show with Peter Webb about this, and also what we have. I can't show it to you. It's called a vitalizer that can increase the oxygen levels around your home, in your home, by 40%. Okay, and it's going to become really important. You can bury a vitalizer in your backyard, and it's going to bring up your oxygen levels in your home and on your property. You'll see everything jump for joy. This is a fact. We will have a show coming on, right? What's the show called? Do you remember, Lewis? With Peter Webb, what was it called? Viruses, 5G, and frequencies. Because we're going to show you that this is true. First of all, this will protect you 5 feet up, 5 feet down, 5 feet all around, and it will protect you. It doesn't just do that. It also has frequencies in it for minerals, vitamins, frequencies for calm, for peace. There's a lot of other things. I don't want to do like a sales pitch here. And this is called a protector. Put that in the middle of your home. If you find that I'm wrong, just send them back. The next thing you want to do is get this on your phone. Okay, and this is called a smart guard. If you take a look at the information on our website, you'll see there's enough data there and enough testing to prove that this can be put on your computers. It can be put on your baby monitor. It can be put on anything like your fridges or anywhere that's giving off this Wi-Fi experience, all right? And it'll help nullify it. All right, you can even wear these things too for extra protection. All right, but I've got them all on my phones, and I've got them on the back of my computers. I've got them on anything that I know that's going to radiate a lot, right? Okay, well, let's keep going. So here's the deal. So when you're flying, everyone, okay, some say you don't have to. I would get a really good mask. And look how that's got 2 filters in it, right? And so what I do is I put a little pad, and I'll put like immunity oil on it, and I'll put it actually inside the mask. And I wore this when I just went to Florida. I didn't care what people thought. I also wore my Tesla glasses so the blue light wasn't knocking the hell out of me. You know what? Did you ever notice that your eyes are burning? Did you ever notice that you're getting headaches? Did you ever notice that you're getting exhausted? The more you're on computers, the more you're in the mall, the more you're in the office, the more you travel. It's all that blue light poisoning. So understand something. If you think that your government is going to protect you, you need another hole in your head, because they're not. You need to learn how to protect yourself. Okay, your government is not there to protect you. I think you should get that by now. Okay, so when flying, wear a good mask like I just showed. Okay, the other thing is, if you ever feel that you've come down with something that's poisoning you, you might want to take a look at our poison control. The other thing is we tell people too, when you fly, you drink half a bottle of this jet lag fuel, and it's made out of a combination of fulvic and it's the microbe size and the actual concentration of it. You drink a half a bottle before you fly, drink a half a bottle when you land, and that will help to neutralize flying, because what happens when we fly is we get dehydrated. And everything is about dehydration. So make sure you're always drinking lots of water. And hopefully it's structured water, everyone. Okay? Next thing. When you travel, make sure you bring your nebulizer. Carry it with you in your purse. And take a little bottle of the fulvic and a little bottle of the silver bullet spray. Okay? And make sure you take carry-on sizes with you when you travel of these things. And also watch my video, Top Tips to Stay Healthy While Flying. Okay? Now, I'm going to make this really quick. If you take a look over here, that's called a sentient element. Next Wednesday, I'm going to have Larry Langdon on my show. He invented the sentient element. He also invented another device before this that a company took over. They're selling it for almost $9,000. He's selling this for $3,500. This is the most powerful PEMF device, and you can put any frequency for any virus, bacterial, fungal, any type of illness in the world, and you can find those even on all the websites. These are all documented, and you put them right into your phone, and anybody can learn how to run this. And then you see the gray pad there. That's called the coil. Now that coil, you'll put that on your body, and it will actually do the rest of the family if they're sitting near you. And what it does is its job is to knock out microorganisms. You could do a blood sweep. You could do something for migraines. You can do anything for fungus. You can do, okay, as far as I'm concerned, that is the top device that a person, if they wanted to own. And also, think about it, $3,500. Go do your shopping and find out who's treating you like this, okay? So that's called the Sentient Element. Next Wednesday, we'll have the show. Thursday, we're going to do a Q&A. He's going to be there. You can test him all you want, and you really can, all right? And then you'll see what we're talking about here. The next thing is everybody knows that light therapy, okay, the sun, eating fresh and raw, traps sunlight in your fruit and vegetables and all your raw foods, or juicing. It's all so important. And this is why we use the Bioptron. It is the only full spectrum polarized light in the world. Okay? Look it up if you want. You'll see how powerful it is. And this here is called Navicin. This will increase your circulation by 100% more than any other energy medicine device on the planet. I don't want to go into these too much. Okay? So understand, everybody, stay present. Okay? More important than any supplement, more important than any energy medicine device, stay present. Stay awake. And the only place you can be awake is in the present moment. You listen to me. You'll never know you were asleep until you're in the present moment, because that's the only place you're awake. And stay informed and join us every Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for your Doc of Detox Bulletproof Immunity Update. Listen, this afternoon, also, I'm going to be on live with Dr. Ralph Moss, okay, for a live Q&A, and it's called Corporation Cancer. And if you want to understand what pharmaceutical drugs are doing to you and what pharmaceutical corporations have planned for you and what they have done and all the laws that they have broken, and that your government is not there to stop them. They can't. They're too big. They're too powerful. You're going to have to learn to respect and protect yourself. And then on Monday, March the 16th at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I will be doing Doc Talk Live Q&A. Just put your questions down underneath here. Next week, like I said, don't miss it. We'll be going through the element, okay? This is called the element. You can see this in, we have a manual that we will be putting up for everyone if they'd like to get it on this device. And we'll have the video, but if you want to see the device, go to docofdetoxstore.com and go to EMF/light, and you'll see that there. The day after that show, like I said, I will have Larry on. We'll be answering all your questions. So look at, if you've never really been involved in health before, or thinking that you're the one that has to do the loving of oneself, the taking care of oneself, try this out. Just send me an email at quickstart@docofdetox.com. Follow the 7 empowering steps, and I hope I really have helped everybody out today, okay? And understand something. For God's sakes, don't panic. Just stay connected to your breath. Take steps to protect your family, okay? It's called this. Don't freak out, but don't be stupid with your health. Don't be stupid with your love, okay? Have a beautiful day. And just know this, 3, 2, 1, I know you got this.